It's the final week of high school volleyball in Minnesota. And today on CCX, a state Class 3A quarterfinal round matchup between the unseeded Moorhead Spuds and the number 2 seed, the Champlin Park Rebels. Hello and welcome to XL Energy Center in downtown St. Paul. John Jacobson along with Andy Gugasberg, and two teams very familiar with being in this tournament. 4 straight years for Moorhead and now 5 for Champlin Park.
Yeah, you can tell these teams are used to being here. They come out of the tunnel, start warming up, just business as usual. They aren't struck by the spotlight and everything else going on here at the XL Energy Center. Great crowds as always here on day 1 in the X. Moorhead maybe a little late off the bus here. We'll get them here. They tend to be loud and proud and represent well here in St. Paul.
The winner will play either Lakeville South or Edina in the semifinals on Friday morning. Moorhead 24 state tournament appearances. They were state champions back in 1988. Class AA, back when there were just 2 classes for volleyball. Champlin Park, this is a team that they have a goal, no question, unstated since the beginning of the year in the offseason. They want to win it all this year.
Yeah, Champlin Park looking to get the ticket finally punched. They've played in great shape, and without a doubt, my favorite match I've covered with you, the 3A final a couple years ago. Their goal isn't to just win today, but John Junker and his team very aware that it's one match at a time. They're not looking past the Spuds. They've got some early tape on them from August this year, looking to go at them again today.
The second time these teams have met this year, with Champlin Park winning an early season match at home against the Spuds. They played in the state tournament a year ago in the quarterfinals, with Moorhead defeating Champlin Park. The Rebels ended up finishing 5th in 3A at Champlin Park just a few months ago, defeating the Spuds in 3.
Yeah, it was good volleyball in August. Last year, Champlin came in with an idea to get to the state final again, but Moorhead took them out on day 1 at this tournament last year. So there could be some revenge factor here for the Rebels. Definitely look for them to play their clean brand of volleyball that we've seen from them all year, with the great talent going great places next year. This is the year, I believe, if Champlin's going to do it with the senior class they have, this is the year to do it.
All right, let's look at our key players, starting with Moorhead. Brooke Carney, who has been here 4 times, just senior now, but into the state tournament again, and leads this Moorhead team. Yeah,
Carney, a very relaxed player, definitely a senior leader for the squad, gets into the game early, somebody that can bail them out in tough situations. Look for her out of system to get a lot of balls, and look for her to spray to the corners and see if we can get our Champlin Park player moving around in Weimer-Scourge.
And the Rebels have 4 D1 players. One of them is our key player for today, Caitlin Weimer-Scourge, libero senior. Been in the state tournament as well, 4 straight years. 3rd-team All-Metro named this week by the Star Tribune.
Yeah, not only 3rd-team All-Metro, but also a All-State pick by the Coaches Association last night. Weimer-Scourge just a rock for this team. Runs the serve receive, can control defensively all of the time. Really love what she's about. She's a vocal leader, and they love playing next to her. She loves getting in the way and allowing her players to come in and go do the hitting things that they want to do.
We're used to saying this when doing Champlin Park matches. Moorhead, in this case, the underdog. What's their plan or the path to success today?
You know, if Moorhead wants to take this thing even 4 sets, they're going to need to make all of the seniors really uncomfortable. They're going to need to get in Clark's way early and get her uncomfortable. Forward from there, serve tough, play great defense. And in talking with head coach Shaw earlier today, it's about making a quick move and playing just loose volleyball.
We'll take time out. We'll come back with the first set. It's Moorhead Champlin Park State Class 3A volleyball, and it comes your way next, right here on CCX. We're at the XL Energy Center and ready for the fourth quarterfinal round match here at XL, 2 at 9 a.m. This is the last one to get started, and we'll look at Champlin Park Rebels, Andy, and how they got here. That section final match win against Wayzata last week. Trojans really testing them in set 2, but as has been familiar for Champlin Park this year, all 29 of their wins this year have come with a sweep.
Wow, that's absolutely impressive. The team has done some really nice things, and once they get rolling, it's hard to get this train to stop. And here you see, I'll never get sick of that image. That image of the dog pile after a section. They won 25-17, and those kids are so excited to come back here again and finish what they tried to get done last year.
And the Moorhead Spuds, what a road for them to get here to St. Paul. Down to Wilmer, 2-0. They come back and win sets 3, 4, and 5, and set 5, 15-13 to get to St. Paul for a fourth consecutive year out of Section 8-3A. Look at the state tournament bracket. Egan and Stillwater have already won. Egan winning in 4 sets over Forest Lake. The Rangers winning set 3 before Egan finished them off. The top seed, and Stillwater wins the first 2 sets against Shakopee. Shakopee comes back and wins the next 2, and then Stillwater scores the final 9 points of set 5, and so they'll take on Stillwater. Lakeville South and Edina already underway. Lakeville South won the first set and up in the second set, and they'll await the winner of this match, and then the losers will meet in consolation play Friday morning. Look at the starters for the Moorhead Spuds. Claire Howell is their setter. Sam Zimmerman, sophomore middle hitter. Megan Haugo is a junior outside hitter. Brooke Carney, we talked about in the pregame, senior middle. Mallory Lee in the outside. Jaylene Ennan, and Brooke Walthall is their senior libero. And for the Champlin Park Rebels, the number 2 seed Lauren Clark, Sammy Hilly, Emma Schmidt, Izzy Ashburn, and their other 3 starters, Hannah Prasky, Jordan Stalpus, and Caitlin Weimerskirch. 4 seniors, 3 juniors, and that rotation of 7.
Yeah, Rebels definitely been here before. Clark, the lone player that wasn't on the floor last year for them, the transfer from Armstrong. But she's got enough talent. She'll be able to hold her own here at the XL Energy Center.
Charlene, 20th year as head coach at Moorhead. Great success over the years in the program, even in the years before she came, but certainly has continued that terrific volleyball tradition up in Section 8-3A. John Yunker, 8th year head coach, 5th straight season here in St. Paul. Best finish, 2nd place 2 years ago in the match Andy talked about in the pregame when they finished as runner-up to Egan.
Yeah, interesting fact on Charlene from Moorhead, and doing a little recon, found out she is only the 2nd coach in the history of Moorhead High School. When they get somebody good in that program, they keep them around for a while.
Spuds in the traditional black and orange, and Champlin Park in the navy with the blue trim.
It's a sharp-looking uniform. I don't know that, and I haven't covered as many Champlin matches as I typically do. That's something I haven't seen this look from them. See how they play.
They got up to a 5-0 lead with Ashburn serving in the section final. But Moorhead gets the first point of this match, and it's Carney in the middle. Nice set to her, and she puts it away.
Yeah, they're going to hang a kind of a higher ball here to Carney and look for that a lot. There's 6 hands in front of her. Everybody on Champlin knows she's getting the ball, and it still doesn't matter.
Elena Blythe, junior defensive specialist, in and serves here. Short set and put away by Prasky. Hannah Prasky, the junior middle, ties it at 1.
Prasky with a great response there. Again, serve, receive, kill. When they pass this well, lots of options. Great swing, good finish around a solo block.
Lauren Clark back to serve. All set outside this time for Carney. Or rather to Mallory Lee, and now they do get it over. Offside Schmidt with the kill.
Nice transition ball there, and Schmidt gets through it well, gets it into the deep 6.
2-1 Rebels. Clark named second team All-Metro this week. Quick set. Carney floats it over in front of Clark for a point.
Yeah, the tip to 4 could be open here. Look for a, the middle tip, the block closes well, and there's a whole lot of real estate there. Clark not spending a lot of time in the backcourt this year, not able to get to that ball.
Back row handled by Weimer-Skirch in the middle. Hilly nicely dug up by Lee. Schmidt again, and cuts it down for a point off the hands of Ennin.
Schmidt, one of 3 All-State selections. Weimer-Skirch, Schmidt, and Ashburn all voted All-State by the Coaches Association last night at the banquet.
Nicole Thompson is in. She'll serve here for the Rebels. Left side, dug up by Ashburn on the swing from Ennin. Nice little dump by Claire Howell for a point.
Howell catching Hilly flat-footed there. Great decision to throw down on 2. Take a look. Nice pass, and you see Hilly looking to the slide. Her eyes go to the slide, and that leaves the dump wide open.
Well served wide by Carney, gives Champlin Park a point back. Back ahead by 1. As Schmidt gets set to serve. Lee gets blocked, or Ennin gets blocked rather. Set from Howell, and Ennin unable to push it past at right side for Champlin Park.
Big strong block on the right side. Champlin Park's block has been very solid all season.
Howell set it again. Ennin this time able to get it across. Hilly swings and scores a point.
Nice setup there from Ashburn, drawing the attention of the block, so there's only a solo block in the middle. That may have worked to get to the state tournament, but if you don't get 2 sets of hands in front of Champlin's middles, it could be a long day.
Schmidt serving, and this one off of Mallory Lee and out.
Schmidt with a really nice touch on the ball right now, serving tough into seams, making people move around, and nothing right in anybody's lap.
Schmidt serving, as again will go off Lee, kept alive nicely by Walthall, and then over by the Spuds. Kraske through the block, gets a point for Stelpus.
Yeah, Stelpus, really nice job, patient on the outside, lets the play develop in front of her and catches the seam in the block. Take a look here, nice outside set, gorgeous location. Howell not able to press across.
Ennin handled back row. Hilly had it blocked. Weimer-Skirch handled it. They go back. Stelpus off the antenna, point for Moorhead.
And just as we talked about previously, there's been 2 solo blocks in the middle that led to points. That time they get 6 hands in front of Hilly, return it back, and cause chaos for Champlin Park.
Served by Howell as Haugo is in for Moorhead. Stelpus gets the point.
Big swing again. She's answered just about every time. That one ball was set too far out. She missed it, but everything else has been clean from her.
Weimer-Skirch back to serve. The team leading by 5. Ennin, and her hit is long.
Ennin in her own way a little bit there. She got stuff block earlier and saw the block and kind of got intimidated by it. Way too early for that situation.
Howell back set, pushed across by Zimmerman. In the middle, handled nicely by Panzer, and then a ball by Clark off of Howell and out. Point Champlin Park.
Nice rally there. The pickup by Panzer probably the key to the point, and then the dish back to Clark to end the rally.
Reimerskirch rips one right into the net. Point Moorhead. It's 11-5. Jalen Ennin, junior, serves and can't quite get it over the tape.
Back-to-back serving errors at the state tournament, not something you're used to seeing. Normally it's a little bit cleaner. Maybe it's the pressure getting to these kids early, but we'll see how Stalpus here responds.
Nice little float serve by Stalpus. Lee a little late to react, and it's an ace.
Confidence booster here. Look at Stalpus. The bottom drops off of this one. Yeah, it does.
Go to Lee and hits into the net. Point Champlin Park. Timeout Moorhead.
20 years of experience, 4 straight state tournaments. She knows when rattling is happening, and that's exactly why the timeout comes right now. Little rallies to start the match. We were 3-3, and then Champlin Park started imposing its will. Up 14-5 right now, and everything breaking their way. They've had 2 serves clip the tape and fall on their side. One into the middle of the net. They weren't able to get the fortunate bounce off of. But right now, everything, you can just see the difference in the huddles. Champlin Park, everybody loose, kind of looking around, checking in with John, listening to what he's got to say. On Moorhead's side, there's a lot more tension. Eye contact isn't quite where it needs to be. Charlene trying to will her team into a position where they can come out of this timeout relaxed. And remember, I mean, it's one of those weird things. You see it in Hoosiers, you see it in all those great movies. The court's still the same size. Everything else is exactly the way it was back at Moorhead, back at Alexandria where they played the section final. Now they just got to stay relaxed and finish it out here.
And a lot of these girls, as we talked about, have been here before, so it's not a first. It's the first time for some of them, but a lot of them have been on the court here before in St. Paul for the state tournament. So out of the timeout, the serve is long by Stalpus. So Moorhead breaks a little momentum with that serving error, and it's 14-6. Brooke Walthall serving. Schmidt. Ashburn sets up Clark. Nice block by Moorhead. Rebels handle it. They go back to Clark. Nice dig by Moorhead. Good rally here. Ashburn tipping it over. Howell handled by Hennon and handled by Champlin Park. Clark off hands and point for the Rebels.
Yeah, when Clark goes high, she's really efficient, but sometimes in the beginning of that rally, she went low. Here she goes high off the top of the hands, and that's almost indefensible.
Ashburn, second time for her serving today. Ashburn in the middle, over by Prasky. Left side, tipped over by Lee. Ashburn back to Schmidt this time. It's the antenna. It's out. Point Moorhead.
Chipping away, chipping away. Spud's not done yet. They're going to come back and get a little bit of fight here. I like Clark on the right side here out of serve receive. Maybe swinging around and hitting something in front of the setter.
Deanna Blythe is in. She will serve here for Moorhead. Back set to Clark. Blocked by Moorhead. Lee and Carney get up for the block.
Yeah, she goes low seam there, and that's going to be closed. Moorhead's blocking vision very good here. They don't get up as high as Clark does, but if she wants to hit low, their hands are going to be in the way.
15-8. Ashburn back to Clark, tips it over the blockers. Nice job diving to the floor by Howell to get to that ball. Schmidt, next time through though, delivers with the kill for Champlin Park.
Big swing there from Schmidt in the second opportunity. The ball might have been down. Now we'll see the end of the rally here. There's a whole lot of room. She hits Langle, not down the line, actually inside the setter. Too much room for that ball.
Set to the middle, and Schmidt into the net. No.
Oh, Moorhead into the net.
Moorhead into the net, and point for Champlin Park.
Look of concern on the Moorhead Spuds' face.
Last two to Champlin Park. They're up by 9. Here's the lead. Pounds one, but nice dig by Clark. Schmidt. And that's dug up by Ennan. Front row Lee again. Great dive, but unable to keep it back in play by Stalpus. And a point for Moorhead.
Great effort all the way around on that rally. Stalpus with the layout at the end, not enough, but great swings from both sides. Good defensive effort. I love Clark getting dirty on that one earlier.
Lee serves. Schmidt with the swing. Ball in the middle. Hilly. And the point to Moorhead. A lift called on Sammy Hilly.
Yeah, ball came in. She wasn't quite expecting it. Stuck in her hand a little bit and threw it back.
Ashburn for Schmidt. Off Blythe. Ennan floats it across. Handled and off the hands of Stalpus. And it's 17-11.
Stalpus not in position to make that play. Typically, that's a play she'll make in the backcourt.
Lee looking to keep the scoring run going for the Spuds. Ashburn to Schmidt. Off hands and a point for the Rebels.
Nice use there.
Thompson back in serving. Off of Ennan. Handled by Walthall and then over by Ennan. Back set to Schmidt. Down the line, missed. Point Moorhead.
Pretty good location there. Schmidt trying to take that ball down the line. It was open. Not able to finish the play.
John Younger's team still leading by 6 with Moorhead serving. Ashburn and kill for Stalpus. Jordan Stalpus, one of 4 Rebels players, Andy, with over 200 kills this season.
Yeah, here's one of them. You see her go again, the block not getting down the line. When you have 4 hitters with that many kills, that means as a blocker on the other side of the net, you have no idea what's going on. You just hope that you can guess right some of the time.
Schmidt, ace serve earlier, gets one here. She has a lot of aces on the air, has a lot of serving errors as well, but she's not going to get cheated back when she's on the serving line.
I'll tell you what, you pay for the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge. That's the way she serves. I love it. Catches tape again on the serve.
And a kill for Moorhead. Sam Zimmerman, the sophomore.
Yeah, nice route there by Zimmerman as she comes behind on the slide. Hilly late to close off of her and out of bounds.
Howell serving, her team trailing by 7 as we get late here in the first set. Hilly floats it across. Ennan drive it backcourt in the middle. Hilly gets blocked. Ashburn outside, cut across, good dig up by Ennan on the ball by Stalpus. Back to Ennan again and gets the kill.
Great way to extend the rally for the Spuds there. Couple good defensive efforts and they end up earning a point to finish it off. Little bump set here, off the block and down.
Ennan, a good dig on that ball. She gets it again. Panzer came up for it. Hilly across. Point Champlin Park.
One block, Hilly scores.
She'll come out, Weimer scooch in, and she will serve. Rebels leading by 7. Ennan will push it. Park was in the net. Point for Moorhead.
John Yunker gets his athletes and puts them in position. They don't play a typical traditional 6-2. They put people in different spots to be successful, and they're all capable.
Right side, Jordan Stelpus, another kill.
Stelpus with another one, this one off the edge of the block. You see John Yunker there. I'd like to know what's in that little notebook of his. He's always scribbling little notes in there, and they come out, especially in sets 2 and 3 of matches. Oh, thanks, man. Sets 2 and 3 matches, making adjustments and in a better position than their opponents, which is why all of their wins have been sweeps.
Ashburn to Schmidt in the middle, dug up by Ennin. Howell across, Lee powers one, but dug up by Weimerskirch. They go to Clark. Killed Champlin Park.
Clark with another big swing, great in transition. Weimerskirch, really, really nice defensive effort from her.
Timeout Moorhead, trailing 23-15 here in set 1.
Just this side of a coffin timeout. I don't know that you're going to get anything out of them here. You may extend this set a little bit. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, see if they can pick something apart in this rotation, see if it works, take them into set 2, and see if they can attack something new and different. It's been all Champlin since that 5-point run after 3-3, and they just continue to extend. Moorhead maybe knocking on the door every once in a while, but Champlin answering whenever they absolutely need to. Look for them right here. I like Champlin. Clark, I think she's going to stay on the left so that they get a transition opportunity. I'd like to see her go high and go finish her rally. Lots of options. I mean, we talked about it already. 4 athletes with 200 kills, and then there isn't anybody on the court. When you talk about at the high school level, there's typically a weak spot. There's one kid you can exploit. I don't know who that kid is for Champlin Park. All of them capable of carrying teams through a timeout, winning big points. There's nobody that you don't want to see touching the ball when they're out on the court.
Jordan Stelpus serving. And 2 more points to win set 1. Howell across to Lee. Ashburn all the way across, over for Clark. Off the hand of Howell, back to the middle of the court and over by Lee again. We'll go to Clark one more time. Dug up by Annan to the net. Played by Weimerskirch. Clark one more time, and this time gets the kill, and it's set point.
Great rally, and you just see especially Haugo just disappointed. Like, we had her 2 times, and then that 3rd time she gets the ball through. But there's a reason Penn State wants her to come play.
Outside Lee. Ball handled back row. Back set. And it is Prasky delivering set point for Champlin Park, and they win it, Andy, 25-15.
Yeah, the score 25-15, and that's about what it felt like. Like, there was no point where Champlin Park was really stressing out. They were just playing comfortable volleyball. We'll take a look at this point here. Good serve, gets them out of system a little bit. Roll shot picked up very well, and then we go to the slide, and the chase block from Moorhead not able to get down the line, leaving the left sideline exposed for the point.
Whiteout day for the Rebels fans, and their team up 1 set put on Moorhead. 25-15 the score. We'll take timeout and a break. Come back, more volleyball from St. Paul after this timeout.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
We're in St. Paul at the XL Energy Center State Volleyball Tournament for 2018. The Class 3A quarterfinals. Champlin Park, the number 2 seed, with a 25-15 win over Moorhead in set 1. John Jacobson with Andy Gugesberg, John Yunker's team, able to win that one, Andy, and win by 10.
Yeah, they win it by 10, and the stat sheet really, what sticks out is the fact that they kept Moorhead to a 125 clip. 8 kills, 4 errors on 32 swings. That's just not going to get it done at the state tournament. Champlin, on the other side, 16 kills, which means 9 points weren't ended off the arm of one of the Champlin Park hitters. Great, clean volleyball for them as we're starting set 2 here.
Emma Schmidt gets a kill to start the second set for the Rebels.
Yeah, and again, we talked about how evenly dispersed they were. Here's the kill totals. Clark with 4, Schmidt with 4, Stalpus with 4, Hilly with 2, and Praske with 2. That's how you play clean and distributed volleyball right there.
Schmidt came into the match 277 kills, second to Clark, who had 281, and Emma a couple of weeks ago getting her 1,000th career kill. Clark, nice dig up on that ball. Over by Ashburn. Bumped by Walt, though, left side. Hit across by Lee. Here's Ashburn to Hilly. Dug by Howell, and point for, well, what are we going to have here?
I think the conversation for down ref Al Terrera is that Hilly was in the net first before the setter, I believe it was, for Moorhead got through it. We'll see here if we can get another look. John Yunker not overly upset about it. Must be okay with the call. Take a look here. We get this ball coming through. Here it is. Yeah, I think Hilly beat her in. The ball was gonna, the net violation was gonna happen for Moorhead, but I think Hilly got to it first.
It's 2-1 now, Champlin Park, and back in serving is Thompson. Weimer skirts Ashburn to the middle of Hilly. And that's down for a point. And we're tied up on the kill by Carney.
Carney with a great ball, puts it right on the end line. That had no room for error.
Tied up at 2, Lee serving. Good serve, but Schmidt's there. Ashburn with a little tip for Hilly. Ennin across, Weimer skirts handles that. Ashburn, right side Schmidt across. Howell for Ennin. To the middle, and Hilly gets the kill.
Yeah, great decision there by Ashburn to find Hilly in transition, and it's good for another big swing.
Hilly third on the team in kills. Puts her team ahead 3-2 with Schmidt serving. Blocked by Ashburn and Hilly.
Yeah, nice close, out of system ball, only one option there, and the Champlin Park block sets up that wall.
Schmidt to serve. And long, and a point for Moorhead.
Live and die by it, live and die by it. Big swing again, just misses.
Carney looking to help the Spuds tie it up here. Ashburn dumping it, but right there at the net, ready for that ball was Zimmerman. Alda Ennin gets blocked. Back to Ennin, floats it across. In the middle to Hilly, got on top of that ball and gets the kill.
Net violation,
on Hilly again, so it's a point for Moorhead.
Great vision. That's such good play by the front row here. The outside Stelpus not in the play, so Hilly's really the only option. She gets a little tight.
Missing and hitting the antenna was Stelpus. Another point for Moorhead, and they go ahead.
Moorhead in the lead on a couple errors here, 3 in a row for Champlin Park.
Ashburn back, Hilly across. Weimer skirts to Ashburn to Hilly. Point this time for Champlin Park.
Big swing to end it there as Ashburn draws the double block since she is front row. Hilly alone essentially here. See the big, oh, it's just a single, but still the middle block, who should be helping out with Hilly, went bit for the setter there.
Hilly out, Clark back in. Ashburn to Stelpus. Weimer skirts, digs up the ball from Zimmerman. Stalpas cuts it across. Annan waits for help, gets it, and Moorhead gets the point. Terrific play by Lee to come across there and help her teammate out and get Moorhead that point.
Yeah, great rally, good team point there for the Spuds. Take a look here, great hustle to get across, and then noticing that the 4 is open on the other side. Good vision.
Service error here, though, for Moorhead gives Champlin Park a side out, and we're tied at 6. Prasky is back in as Stalpas gets set to serve. And it crawls over the tape, down for an ace.
They're getting a fortunate bounce on that net serve just about every time. Take a look, good contact, great float, clip and down.
And it got blocked. Moorhead's ready to receive it though. Ashburn, a sideline Clark. Point Champlin Park.
Clark finally getting through a ball, taking it down the line and seeing that cannon unload.
Backs up, ball hit across. Ashburn and off of her. Point for Moorhead.
Junker almost tackling Weimer's skirt. She wanted to lay out for that one. See it, Doug, and you see her there, and John, no, not today, kiddo. Saturday, maybe, not today.
Here's Clark. Oh, great dig by Lee. Moorhead scrambling, but they get back in position. Weimer skirts to Clark again, floats in this one. Moorhead staying alive, Andy. Clark again, and hits it long.
She wasn't working, she didn't put in the work in transition on that last rally. She has a couple nice opportunities to swing early, but then doesn't expect the rally to extend this last time through, and she doesn't get her arm through it.
And then serves, we're tied now at 8. Ashburn to Clark, and that time able to get it off of Howell and down.
That's a Big Ten swing. She just, when she hits the ball that way, you just recognize it. Let's take a look here. This is gorgeous, great location. I think she might have gone over the block there, but she hits it right in the lap of the setter, Howell, and there's nothing Howell can do about it. Good read.
Here's Schmidt getting blocked. Ashburn gets hands on it. Weimer skirts, sets up Clark again, and floats it over for a point. Moorhead played that pretty well, and the Rebels still end up with a point in the
just
end.
Great team defense and coverage by the Rebels.
Howell set left side, and point for Lee. Touched by Champlin Park, and it's 10-9.
Ripped off the edge of the block here. Yeah, trying to take away the cross court, and she slimes it off the block.
Walthall serves. Clark. Booming ball, but handled by Walthall, and then over by Howell. Ashburn back to Clark again. Got on top of that one, Andy, and that was just straight down.
Yeah, in rhythm with Ashburn running the offense. There's 3 hitters that can hit whatever they want, and the block just basically has to guess and take away something they guess wrong, and Clark puts that one through the sport court.
A tip over, Clark played that. Ashburn sets it wide for Schmidt, who's too long on her attack. Moorhead's back to within 1 at 11-10.
Yeah, and these outsides for Champlin, I think they're expecting it to come a little easier. They're not getting deep in transition. They're overrunning the ball, and that's why we've seen another attack go off the end line deep.
Ashburn to Schmidt, floats it across and off the hand of Blythe and down.
Yeah, good position there. Again, out of serve receive, she gets herself a nice launch pad and gets through the ball well. can hit if she wants and sees the tip. See, you see her, she transitions outside at 20 feet, giving herself all the time in the world, and everybody's on their heels.
Thompson serves. Here's Lee, back row handled by Thompson. Ashburn will dump it across. Good dig up by Ennin on that ball. Ashburn back for Schmidt. It's blocked, but out.
Little communication here between the line judge and the up ref. The ball was blocked out of bounds, and that's where the call gets confusing.
Thompson serves long, and it's 13-11. Thompson out, Panzer in now for Champlin Park.
That's the one spot that they run a lot of athletes through, that one spot in the rotation.
Ashburn setting up Hilly, and that hit the tape, didn't get across, and it's a point for Moorhead.
I don't know if it just didn't get high enough or if Hilly was late, but that's the first misfire on that play we've seen.
Ashburn to Hilly. Powell set up. Annan gets blocked. Annan tips this one over. Weimer skirts to the floor to dig it up. Powell, quick set, gets blocked. And a point for Champlin Park. Good defense in the front row and the block by Stelpus.
Yeah, good rally. Stelpus, great vision. Hilly helping out, but that one was all Stelpus. They're up by 2. Tight set here. Good volleyball on both sides.
Schmidt serving 14-12, serves long.
Untimely errors from behind the service line starting to catch up with Champlin Park here. They're going to need to play a little bit cleaner in the serve and pass game.
Carney back to serve. There she had started a run of 4 points earlier in this set, but just not going to get to that this time. It's down as Stelpus with another kill.
Stelpus leading this team right now. She goes over the block on that one. Big swing from the junior outside.
Weimer skirts serving. Hit by Zimmerman long. Getting back to your point of talking about Stelpus and how well she's playing today, we talk so much about the seniors, and deservedly so, but that junior group, pretty good. Pratsky, Stelpus, and Hilly.
Yeah, three underclassmen that are going to have some holes to fill around them, but will have the experience and the know-how to make some really big noise next year again.
16-14 after another service error by Champlin Park. Ashburn to Clark off hands and a point.
Big swing. Clark finding the edge there. Again, when she goes high, she might be one of the best kids around.
Rebels up by 3 as Stelpus serves. Back set, hit across. Point for Sam Zimmerman and Moorhead.
Zimmerman gets the first clean kill of the match for Moorhead. That ball goes inside the block, and I think Schmidt thought somebody else was going to make a move for it, really regretting not making a move defensively to go get that ball.
Here's Ennin serve. Weimer skirts up to Ashburn, quickly back for Pratsky.
Another quick side out. Take a look at this slide attack and through the hands of the block.
Lee too long.
Lee underruns that one as well and hits it just long.
19-15 Champlin Park. Lee will have to hit this one over and does. Ashburn back to Schmidt. You saw that one coming.
Yeah, you see the way they pass, and it's almost like the free ball pass dictates what's about to happen. The tempo on that, Moorhead's not going to be able to keep up, and there you see blockers chasing the ball out to the sideline off the edge of the block and out of bounds, leading to a timeout for Moorhead. Champlin Park up 20-15. It's been good volleyball on both sides, competitive rallies, and this is what I love. If we look, we see Junker talking just to Praske about what he wants her to do. Many times, State Assistant Coach of the Year, Allison Axenis, on the other side, taking the rest of the team. No hesitation, just this is what we got to do. Remember the game plan. Here's how we're about to break out. Axenis used to be the the assistant coach at Roseville High School. Her kids are going to come through the Champlin system, so when they got more into athletics, she moved up and is, I believe, a teacher in the area as well. And just an amazing human and somebody that really fills the gap of a head coach no matter what's needed. When she was at Roseville, Greg Hewland, the I'm going to hug you kind of guy, just that great guy, and Axenis kind of had to be the hammer. Junker a little more the hammer himself, so now Axenis is the one patting kids on the back and getting them going.
This team up by 5 here in the second set. Weimer-Skirch runs that ball down to the middle and over, and another kill for Praske.
Might have been exactly what Junker was talking about, getting off the net, getting available, and turning through that ball, and we see her do it right here in transition, doing the hard work and getting paid. I love it.
Howell back set. Zimmerman couldn't quite adjust to it. Comes up short, and it's 22-15.
It was looking really close, and now we've seen Champlin kind of rattle off some points here.
Long run to that ball by Howell. Lee handled deep by Weimer-Skirch. Ashburn back to Schmidt. Missed.
Schmidt wants that line, and it just hasn't been there for her today. Maybe she wants to try and get a little wider on her approach and rip that ball a little more cross court.
Ashburn quick set. And attack again from Hannah Praske for a point.
Big swing from the middle again. Praske against a solo block. It's at 23-16. Here you see one-on-one, and she can hit either way, and she decides to go right this time.
Ball to the middle, and point for Moorhead, and Brooke Carney, another kill.
Carney, who's been relatively quiet, kind of coming through on that ball. I'd like to see them get her the ball a little bit more. Decent serve, oh, they drift it past Hilly. That's a great set to get her the ball.
Served by Blythe. Ashburn off to Schmidt. And it's set point.
Yeah, right positioning there was Blythe, but unfortunately, the ball has a little bit too much pace on it. Down for the point.
Senior Nicole Thompson in. Try to serve the Rebels to another set victory. Left side gets blocked back. Lee to the middle and over by Blythe. Ashburn chipped over by Stalpus. Ashburn to Schmidt. Good rally here. Howell setting it. Ashburn runs it. Played deep. And then a block at the net. And a point for Champlin Park, and they win set 2.
Yeah, Mallory Lee really loving her aggressiveness here. It didn't pay off on that 1 point as she hits it into the block to finish the set, but she's really going for it. Let's watch that whole point. Great volleyball going on here. High outside set, block covered well. Moorhead almost lost it right there. They regroup. Weimer-Skirch, we're going to get this ball outside. Roll shot thrown back across. Now we're going to go to the other pin off the block. Picked up nicely with another great defensive effort. Now she's going to go inside out, roll it 4-4. Deep shot down the line. Chaos. This ball's inside, and she decides out of system, I'm going to go for it. And Hilly does a great job looking inside her left hand. There's the reaction from Clark and the rest of the Rebels as they win set 2.
25-15, 25-17. Champlin Park up 2-0 on Moorhead. Take time out. More volleyball from St. Paul after this timeout on CCX.
if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
John Jacobson with Andy Dugasburg. CCX coverage of the state Class 3A volleyball tournament. Continuing with this quarterfinal matchup between Champlin Park and Moorhead. As you look at the two courts separated by a curtain, on the other court it's Lakeville South locked in a battle right now with unseeded Edina. The winners of these two matches will play each other tomorrow, and losers will as well in consolation play.
Yeah, as we look through the numbers here on set 2, the number that really sticks out is 4 serving errors for Champlin Park, and they seem to come in a row right there. They are really, really stifling the attacking numbers for Moorhead. Moorhead hit 0 in that set. They had 6 kills and 6 errors on 34 swings. It's impossible to win any match, especially down here at the state tournament, when you're attacking at that level.
Good block on the attack from the middle, and the ball hit across by Haugo. Champlin Park good play defensively and hit over by Stalpus, but Moorhead finally gets the point.
Yeah, big finish there for Moorhead, as I believe that Carney?
Yeah.
That's Carney on that one. The best play, I don't know that ball was in, but it was called in, so we're gonna go with it. Big play on that rally actually had to go to Ashburn, who covered the overpass swing to extend it.
Ashburn to Schmidt, and that ties it up.
Schmidt again, she goes high and gets above the block of Moorhead for the point. Take a look here.
Excuse me.
Big swing. Defense not quite stopped as Blythe still moving at contact.
Live out, freshman Alexa Gronwald into the match now for Moorhead, number 3.
First opportunity here for her.
Quick set, chip over by Carney. Ashburn will put it up for Hilly.
Hilly with another big swing in trans there. That kid has turned into a workhorse of a volleyball player. We see her here. She closes the block, transitions off, gets herself an opportunity, and beats the block of Moorhead.
Chipped at the net and down for a point, Claire Howell. 2-2.
Big win there, as Schmidt not able to get across on the throw back from Moorhead.
Serve from Lee. Ashburn runs it down for Schmidt. Howell, Carney, and a point for Moorhead.
That's twice in a row. Schmidt has jumped up and not over. She's got to get her hands across the net, or it's going to be more feast for the Spuds.
Three, 2 Moorhead as Lee serves. Ashburn setting up Prasky this time, but
net violation on Carney there. Might be the downside of getting across. Sometimes you don't get them back in time.
Tied up at 3 with Thompson serving in the net.
When you're the serving specialist and you miss your serve, that makes it for a really tough 5.5 rotations till you get the opportunity to go back in.
She's out, Panzer's in. Carney serves. Quick ball, Hilly drops it over.
Hilly with a great spot there as Howell saw it, ran to it, but wanted to kind of pancake from up. Good vision. I don't know that that's even Howell's ball. I think we want to see Carney come in and pick that ball up. A great spot by Hilly just the same. Trouble, we might get involved. Nope.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was close. Ennan floats it back over for the Spuds. Ashburn back, Hilly across. Great dig by Carney on that ball. Ennan will swing and hit it out.
Hilly, who spends most of her time in front, really nice job on the slide there coming through that ball.
Here's Schmidt serving. Ashburn across, and that's a kill for Stalpus.
Stalpus off the edge there. Moore not getting her, or excuse me, Howell not getting her hands across, and the block is a easy tool.
Six to 4 with Schmidt serving. Played back row, and Anna will push it over for Moorhead. Ashburn, Stalpus. Tip back, point Moorhead.
Howell across on that one as she throws the tip back down for a point. Excited goes back.
Now, nice job here by the junior setter.
Excited, and now she's back to serve.
Ball will be set for Hilly. Gets blocked. Weimerskirch picks that up. Stalpus over. Ashburn for Stalpus again for a point.
Stalpus through the block again. Big swing. Junior might be, let me double check here, yes. Junior tied, the junior, excuse me, looking at bad numbers. Stalpus only had one kill in set 2? That can't seem right.
That one off the antenna, point for Champlin Park. Weimerskirch serving. She's got her own little cheering section in the front row of the student section across the way.
That is a big head.
The big head picked, and then there's somebody else with a poster right next to the giant head. Oh, and then Rebels with a rare communication problem here, and that ball falls in front of Clark.
Clark is a hitter and wants to do hitter things, so she runs away. Yeah, there we see the big, I mean, it's absolutely pandemonium here, fandemonium for Weimerskirch.
Clark across, nice dig up on that ball by Howell. Ashburn back. Good block by Moorhead. Clark puts it over. It's time able to put it past Howell going down.
Sometimes a little is just enough as Clark takes the foot off the accelerator and tips that ball across, leading to a timeout for Moorhead. Champlin Park up 9-6. Let's take a look at this rally here. Good big swing, covered well off the block. Go outside. It's a one-on-one, and Clark just takes just gorgeous positioning as two Moorhead Spud players watch that ball hit the ground. 9-6, early lead here for Champlin in set 3. Everything's kind of going their way.
We talked to Weimerskirch last week in section final. It was her 18th birthday that day. She said it was a great birthday present to be able to come back to the state tournament here.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Take a look. We got 4 kids, again, from Champlin Park going on to play Division I volleyball. Really, really confident kids. Lauren Clark, senior outside hitter, going to Penn State, going to play for Russ Rose. Emma Schmidt going to go play for Bobby Peterson at Northern Iowa. Weimerskirch going to be a libero at Illinois State, and I believe they just had a coaching change last year, so I don't want to throw the wrong name out there. And Izzy Ashburn going to go play at Wisconsin for Kelly Sheffield. 2 kids in the Big Ten. 3 of those schools are in the top 20 right now, and in the top 16 in the RPI. Now, why does that matter? Because the RPI is what is generally used to seed the Division I tournament, and the top 16 seeds will host. So those are the top spots that you're really looking for. When you look at the basketball tournament, they seed out all 64 teams. In volleyball, they only do 16 and then regionally put everybody else in.
Moorhead scrambling in and with a great job to get that ball across. Ashburn will set up Krasky, but Moorhead handled that. Here's Clark floating it across. Howell, played by a Wathall, and over by Lee. Ashburn back, attacked by Prasky. This will have to be over, and it is by Lee. Ashburn for Clark, floats it across. Howell, nice little dump by Howgo, but Rebels ready for it. And into Lee. And a point for Moorhead.
Big long rally, great defensive effort. Moorhead comes out on the right side of that one. I believe it's probably the first one of those, maybe second that they've won. Most of the long rallies ending with a big Champlin swing, but this one going Moorhead's way.
Ball serving. Ashburn for Clark. Nicely blocked, but Prasky's able to handle it. Clark gets another swing and puts it away.
Big rip from Clark there into the cross court and down for a point. 3-point lead here for the Rebels here in set 3.
Carney got blocked. We go outside to Lee this time. Ashburn picks that ball up. They go to Schmidt. Good play by Enna to the net, and an easy tip for Emma Schmidt.
Chaos rally. Schmidt very calm, good eyes, sees it and throws it back down for the point.
Ashburn serves. And an easy play that time for Prasky, and the overpass to tip that down.
Prasky controlling her net right now, throws that ball back with authority away from any potential defense.
Howell back and hit long on the swing by Howgo.
Frustration starting to set in on the eyes of the Moorhead Spuds as they're starting to think that this may be the end of their shot towards a title.
Ashburn, good serve. Lee, Howell, over by Carney.
Carney uncharacteristic in this match. She leads the Spuds all season and is hitting at a, she's probably about even by now, had 4 kills and 2 errors after 2 sets.
Carney this time is able to get it down.
Eventually, you got to keep going back to her until she tells you it's not going to work. She gets him out of a tough rotation here. Hang the 2-ball, and she pushes it. Clark on the way down, not holding her press off of her and out of bounds.
So they get it back to serve to Bly, trailing by 6 here in the 3rd set. Schmidt. Set's almost always perfect from Ashburn, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit too tight for my liking, but apparently her hitters love it, as that one was right there. Schmidt able to just come through it. That shoulder rotation, the flip, gorgeous.
15-8 as Clark goes back to serve. Carney can get a kill here.
She must have heard us talking about it. Really excited. 2 in a row for the senior middle hitter.
And that'll go down as an ace. That's 15-10.
Little conversation there. I don't know what conversation. I never understand the conversation after a serve goes between the libero and somebody. You're wearing the wrong colored jersey. That's got to be your ball. This time they miss it out.
Service error at 16-10. Thompson back in for Champlin Park. Quick set in the middle. Carney pushes it over and down for a point.
Great location by Carney there. She gets 3 serve-receive kills after we mentioned the fact that she hadn't really been doing much in this set. I like it when we learn from them. This is a great spot, just behind Weimerskirch, who had got burnt on the 4-4 ball earlier.
Schmidt gets this one back into play, and then despite an effort from Panzer, can't get it over. John Junker, I think, took a piece of that ball.
Yeah, John, get out of the way. Be a helper. I think he's getting it. I think he's getting it from the fans. I love it. I love it.
Schmidt digs that ball up. Here we go. Stalpus block.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, out. A little hesitation there on what the call was going to be, but it is out.
It's the confusion of if it goes off the block and out of bounds but lands on the attacking side, that call from the line judge is out. But you always want to make sure that the up ref knows you saw a touch on the block.
Schmidt with the serve. Howe back set. Swing by Zimmerman wide.
I like Zimmerman on that route. She doesn't quite finish her swing. Had the block beat, though.
Schmidt serves. Long.
Feast or famine continues. Yeah. 18-13, Champlin Park up here in set 3. 7 points away from a semifinal berth.
Cut across and in, and got that one over.
Great play.
Great play by Annan and Carney to return that ball, but not this one. Hilly with the kill.
Hilly, done playing with her dinner, just gets through that ball. Big swing by the junior middle blocker yet again.
Lakeville South is just advanced with a 4-set win over Edina. They'll play the winner of this one Friday morning. Here's Annan attacking and blocked back. Clark.
Yeah, Mallory Lee kind of too high on the coverage there, not able to pick it up. We see the handshake between Steve Willingham and Mark Nelson. Good friends on and off the court there.
Annan hit is long. Moorhead with a few more errors here now, Andy, as this third set has continued.
The legs starting to give out, leading to some bad footwork, leading to the errors for Moorhead. And now we see a communication breakdown. Tough situation right now if you're Moorhead. How do you want to finish this out? A little bit of dig in. Oh, I love this. Right now we have Jalen Ennan kind of checking in with everybody else, making sure we're all in a good space mentally. See how they recover. Serve-receive ball should go into the same seam.
Weimer Skirch served that ace, gets another try. Tip over by Zimmerman, dug up by Panzer. Actually a little tip by Stalpus for a kill.
Yeah, great move that time as, I mean, is there anything Ashburn does that surprises me anymore? No, Ashburn facing the right side the wrong way. Typically, that only works to the outside or to the right side, and she throws it over her shoulder to the outside for a kill.
Another serve for Weimer Skirch.
We have a foot fault here.
Attack left side by Stalpus. Ball to the net. And then pushing it deep to the middle. Tip over by Champlin Park by Holly Blaska, who's in the match. Here's Blaska over. Good long rally here. Go to Blaska again. Misses on that swing. I want to talk about Blaska for a minute. She's a senior. Volleyball, not her sport. She is an all-state shortstop. She is a terrific softball player, but she's a good athlete. Johnny Unker wanted her to come out and say, yeah, I'll play some volleyball. So they get her in when they get the opportunity. Now, it didn't look great there, but you love players like that who contribute in practice, and you want to reward them with time in the match when you can.
I'm glad you gave this story because she entered the match, and the student section, who's pretty raucous all the time, got real excited. She got a touch on the block, and everybody on the bench jumped off the bench to be excited for her. Pretty cool stuff.
Lee with the swing, handled by Champlin Park and sent back, and set and match point here. Swing by Zimmerman. Nice dig on that ball by Schmidt. And that one is out. Point for Moorhead.
A ball handling error there is a great effort. People moving around, getting after the touch right now, trying to clean it up. John Junker giving instruction, get her the ball.
They're going to set it for Blaska. Tips it across. See if they go to her again this time. Ashburn just dump it and end it and send Champlin Park to the semifinals.
Great finish there, Ashburn, as she should. taking the game into her own hands late and throws the ball against a unmoving Moorhead defense to finish. Congratulations to Champlin Park as they head to the semifinals. Great start to the tournament for them, playing on all cylinders, mixing it up offensively. Great defensive effort from all of the Rebels. Taking another look at this last point here, we get the tip. Picked up nicely by Moorhead. They're going to go outside, roll shot across, everybody on their heels, and Ashburn decides to end it. Nobody makes even a move to finish that one off. Great finish. You see the excitement from the Rebel bench as they go to the semifinal here.
It was the lone 3A quarterfinal match that did not go at least 4 sets, Andy. Egan, the #1 seed, went to 4 against Forest Lake. Lakeville South, we just saw in their handshake line a few moments ago, defeating Edina in 4, and then the Stillwater Shakopee, which preceded this one on court 2, going 5 with the Ponies winning.
Yeah, absolutely great start to the tournament. Pretty excited to see the level of volleyball we get here at the Xcel Energy Center every year. Champlin just, again, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, they're better than everybody else. With Ashburn running the offense, they have hitters on hitters, and you can't pick on one kid.
The Moorhead will go into the consolation bracket. So now it's Champlin Park and Lakeville South in a match that we'll do here tomorrow morning. Andy, how do you handicap that one for us?
You know, I think it's Champlin's to lose. If they play their level of volleyball, they're going to make Lakeville South feel the pressure. Lakeville South has a couple really nice attackers. They've got a sophomore, I believe, running the offense, running a 5-1. She's a flashy kid that will wing the ball around. Like Ashburn did last year. She doesn't quite have the hitters that Ashburn has, so I see this being a Champlin Park victory, although I'd like to see it go 4 just because I love the game of volleyball.
We'll see probably a lot of these fans will be back. Kids get out of school, they're going to be back. The same ball Friday morning, right?
Absolutely true.
Well, that'll do it for our telecast of this quarterfinal round match. It's Champlin Park, the #2 seed, advancing to the semifinals here in the 3A tournament. For Andy Guggesberg and all of our great crew here tonight at Xcel Energy Center, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for watching CCX coverage of the State High School Volleyball Tournament.